Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, it's me Saniya Farha. So today I'm gonna explain you about the fascinating topic. That is the reason why is plastic hard to decompose. I bring this topic because I think this topic is really important for us. Because I'm sure we already knew about what is plastic, because we usually use plastic in our daily life, either for bringing some things or using it as a trash can. Because we usually use plastic because plastic is really cheap and incredibly versatile with properties that make it ideal for many applications. But like the different sides of a coin, plastic also raises an environmental issue. That's why I bring this topic. For your information, plastic has been produced over 300 million tons per year. Even annually, approximately 500 billion plastic bags are used every minute. A plastic bag has an average working life of 15 minutes, and 50% of which is for single-use purposes, utilized for just a few moments, but on the planet for at least several hundred years. More than 8 million tons of plastics is dumped into our oceans every year, so that's why plastic can damage our earth. Before I tell you about why is plastic hard to decompose or why is plastic difficult to break down, I'm going to tell you about how long does plastic take to decompose. So plastic needs 1,000 years to break down. And do you know what is decomposition? So decomposition itself means a process by which organic materials like wood or animal carcasses and paper are broken down into simpler organic components. And the problem with decomposing plastic is that plastic is not organic at all. That's why, like I said before, that decomposition is just for organic materials, and plastic is not an organic material. That's why the plastic is hard to decompose. Plastic is manufactured from petroleum. So do you know what is petroleum? Petroleum is the end product of a few million years of natural decay of one's living organism. Petroleum's main components come from lipids that were first assembled long ago in those organism cells, and the molecules that make up plastic are actually resistant to oxidations and any other chemical reaction because of the strength between the monomer bonds in its polymers. Since it is resistant to enzymes, oxidation, bacteria, and water exposure, it is hard to get plastic to biodegrade at all. So plastic cannot maintain its structure and ends up damaging the ecosystem. Most plastics in use today are made from polyethylene terephthalate or PET for short, and are nearly indestructible, nearly impossible to decompose PET plastics because most bacteria cannot break them down. UV light from the sun can break the plastic down actually, but it takes such a long time. PET is a clear, strong, and lightweight plastic that widely used for packaging food and beverage, especially convenience-sized soft drinks, juices, and water. So the conclusion is, why is plastic hard to decompose or why is plastic difficult to break down? It's really easy to explain. First, because plastic is not organic materials. And the other one is plastic is really hard to decompose because of the strength between the monomer bonds in its polymers. However, there is a hope. Researchers have found a bacteria that does break down PET plastic. And there is something new right now, that is biodegradable plastics are currently in development. Hopefully someday in the future we will all use biodegradable plastics that can easily decompose.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Oke Sania, You said that plastic hard to decompose. It takes approximately 100 years to break down. Does it mean actually that plastic is still able to be decomposed? If plastic is still able to decompose even though need a long time, could you explain, is there any bacterium to break down that plastic? Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nova, for your good question. So Nova asked me about if plastic still able to decompose. Is there any bacterium to break down the plastic? The answer is yes. There is Ideonella sakaiensis. So it is a bacterium that capable of breaking down and consuming the plastic PET as a sole carbon and energy source. That's all my presentation. Thank you for your attention. I hope you can take a benefit from my presentation. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.